How's it? Today is Monday, January 9th, and I am doing some powers. Today, Mondays, I guess, have quickly become the day I dread the most, and today solidified that opinion. I am doing three sets of five for power snatch, three sets of five plus one power clean and power jerk, and it was just hard. I was unable to do any sets today. I I knew that this was come, at some point, but I didn't think it would be this soon into the program. I think this is only the fifth week, if I can count correctly. But yeah, I was going for three sets of five at 76 for power snatch, and when I was first warming up, I didn't know if I would be able to even do a one power snatch at 76, because sometimes I'm getting into like the 80 range, like 80 kilo range, is is one of those weights that I know I can do, but like sometimes if I feel off, then I will feel off, and it feels like I'm unable to confidently put that overhead. This is my snatch warm up, my overhead warm up. So I do 5 plus 3. Snatch, push, press, plus overhead squat. I The first week I did this, I did it up to 70, which is the weight that I was power snatching, and then I just left it at 70 because it's not really a weight that I'm or a movement that I'm actively pushing. I'm not actively looking to improve on that number. So kind of keeping that 70 I think is great, especially if it functions as a warm up. Afterwards, moving into the power snatches, it's just 76 is a weight that I don't know if I could do five full snatches at 76. That is just a ton of volume. Maybe I can. Maybe I have done it in the past. I don't know. I don't keep track of real high volume things like that. But yeah, warming up didn't instill any confidence for the power snatches today. That one weird snatch was really odd. I think some of the lifts were a little bit better than others, and I mean that's how it always is. But when I get to like 60 and 70, it's just like, oh god, am I gonna be able to do the next set? And then I end up doing 75 or 76, pardon me, for I would say two solid powers in every set. Third one is questionable in every set. Fourth one is definitely not a power, and fifth one is definitely not a power. I actually failed my last snatch at 76, so after 14 reps, give or take power or not, is my first set. I missed my last snatch overall, which not a great feeling considering how light this is. I think I probably weigh more than this now, but yeah, it's not a good feeling overall. I think that if I'm if I get better with these, I think that it would actually be a huge improvement overall as far as like where I am. I think that technically, look at that. That's so bad. Like technically, like from a technique standpoint, I think that as I get tired, of course, I get more and more sloppy. But I think that realistically, what's limiting me right now is my strength. Of course, you can have better technique always, right? But at some point, I can't just get by on getting more efficient, right? Because if you have a threshold of efficiency, then it's just not going to get better like per weight unless I get strong. Yeah, I on that one I knew even before I picked up that fifth rep, I knew that I was not going to be able to do it, which maybe I should have stopped there. I don't know. Maybe with better judgment they would have I would have stopped myself. I don't know. I don't think I really injured myself or anything. It's just Yeah, like if I'm going for power snatches, I should go for the power snatch rather than go for the full snatch or whatever. In my head, I I know that if I told Steve, my coach, that I did that, he would just be like, "Oh, that's better than not going for it," because we're looking for the volume part of it, right? We're looking for pushing. That's my fail. Yeah, I'm just struggling. Sets of five are pretty insane. It's a ton of work overall. But yeah, Steve would probably say that like it's better that we are going for the volume to do the lift rather than not do the lift. Assuming that um, it doesn't expose myself to the risk of injury. So like I'm the reason why I think that is because he's told me in the past that it's fine if I do like power full, like you catch at power but you're unable to stop it, and then he would count those like here and there. Of course, if it's super bad, then he wouldn't count them, but like most of the time he would count them. Here's my first set at 96 power clean plus power jerk. I don't know when I'm gonna start using my belt. I typically have a rule that like if I won't use my belt for clean stuff until it's at 100. So clean front squat at 100. Back squat doesn't start belt at until 140, and then deadlifts usually start belt at 150. So this week on Saturday it might be the first time when I deadlift with my belt. You see me struggling here with the clean. I paused a little bit in the middle of that because there were people just doing some weird shit standing right in front of me. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait until they stop. Yeah, I didn't even try to power clean that. But I mean, these jerks are again, given how bad I'm feeling and how tired I am, those jerks are not the worst. I've definitely jerked a lot better in the past, but on this second set here, I do a press out on my left arm, which not super proud of, but eh. Again, like we're working through a volume block. Everybody's at the gym today was doing volume. Blakey over there did like sets of 10. So did Shaq. Oh, my hair is straight up whipped my eye, my left eye. I don't know. I don't know if it's the top of my hair or like the side of my hair or what, or the bottom of my hair, but it hit my eye and I got really distracted. So trying to my best just to power through all of this. This is the last rep, I believe. Yeah, not even trying to go for the power. But again, it's that thing. Like maybe the volume at this point is more valuable overall. I think there was a thing that I was thinking about today that somebody asked me about months and months ago at the gym, as far as like programming goes. My perspective on programming is that you can get good on any program, and it just really matters what the goals of the program are, and if you stick to the goals of the program, how much better you'll get. Because I think the point of the program is to keep you on a regimented schedule so that you practice the lift and accumulate a sufficient amount of volume. It's very easy to do that, and it's very simple to do that. But I think where you get the most out of it is the extra practice on the bar with specific exercises that you may not have done in the past, or specific rep ranges you may have not done in the past, or even specific weights you may not have done in the past. So, as far as programming goes, if you stick on something long enough, you will improve, assuming you don't get injured. Um, just because there are going to be certain technique efficiencies or certain like actual changes in your muscle output and all that stuff that will make you a better lifter. Here's my last jerk here. Significantly better than the second set. But I had that thought because a lot of the stuff that I do is very simple. It's very straightforward. Like, oh, we're going to do what I did last week, but a little bit heavier. And to me, that is perfectly fine. Like my goal, one of my goals, one of my goals, in like professional, like my professional life, blah, 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 is to get a CSCS, which is the Certified Strength and Conditioning Coach. and talk about like progressive overload and programming in that course. And so um, progressive overload is literally like you take your thing that you did one week and then you make it harder the next week. So there's a lot of things you can do to achieve that. So that's why I say programming, you can get good on anyone. So all that to say is that this is why I do what I do, in a pretty simple perspective. Finished off with my GHD hamstring. Pardon me, not GHD hamstring. My uh, RDLs, snatch RDLs, pull-ups, and then some hanging leg raises. But yeah, today was a struggle. Today was so hard. Um, yeah, I don't have too much else to say about it. I think that next week will be a change. That's what I anticipate. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.